George Saravelos, do we have an ability to roll over pound sterling to John Major lows?
Well, I think, Tom, that's a great chart to use because many people tend to focus on sterling against the dollar, but then you have the dollar beta in that. So if you look at trade weighted, it gives you the most accurate proxy of what the market is pricing for hard Brexit. And if you look at the post-Brexit range, we're essentially at the middle of that range. The market was pricing essentially a resolution up until a few weeks ago. So we have moved weaker in the pound, but we're nowhere near the extremes or around the worries people had just a few months ago. And given the uncertainty, this electoral process going on in the Conservative Party, we do think the market should be pricing higher risks of a hard Brexit, or potentially a higher risk of an early election and a Corbyn Premiership, which would also be negative for the pound. So definitely potential for sterling trade weighted to move lower in that chart you highlighted.
Wolfgang Munchau, is a Corbyn Premiership, is that possible?
Yeah, it is possible. It could happen if the Tories decide, you know, to accept a second referendum. I can't rule this out. I think this wouldn't be a particularly, you know, winning strategy for them. But if they decided that it is easier for them to accept a second referendum than have another election, then and that referendum might produce some further political uproars that might get Corbyn into government. That's possible. A vote of no confidence could get him in. That's another possibility. There are a number of avenues now open that were closed before. So yes, the probability of a Corbyn government is rising, but I don't think it wouldn't be my main scenario.